The world has never seen a change like the one that's on the horizon right now with AI, and I'm going to be ranking the businesses that you should start before 2026 in order to get rich. What's a fugazi? What can make you money? We're going to dive into that today. We're going to start by putting them in 3 different criterias. The criterias for these businesses are speed to first dollar, its difficulty to learn, and the longevity of the business. Those 3 things should be considered always when starting a company, and 2026 makes no difference. So that is going to be the criteria that we discuss around each ones. Now, coming in at number 1, paid ads agency. Now, the paid ads agency one is an interesting one for me because my whole background of 14 years has been in the paid space. There's nobody that knows PPC better than me. I've been in the top 1% globally of Upwork freelancers. I own a Google Premier Partner PPC agency. PPC is decent and very strong, in fact, but how AI is going to change the PPC format is unknown. So in the categories of speed to first dollar and easiness to learn, they perform pretty strongly. But in longevity, there is a question mark how Google are going to change search engines. My assumption is that it'll be some form of LLM-based bid strategies, etc. PPC is not going anywhere. But that's why it's at B, not an S, even though it's my main core business. Coming in at number 2, coaching and online courses. Now, this is a sticky wicket for me because when it comes down to coaching and online courses, 99% of coaches and online courses are spam and garbage. But the thing is that what we're talking about is starting an online coaching business. Well, in 2026, online courses and coaching are massively underrated. I'm going to put them in A tier. They're very fast to first dollar if you have a background that you can tap into that will deliver results. It's easy to launch. It's often not too costly. Depends where you price yourself on the courses. But it's often not too costly. People do overcomplicate like the creation of courses in the education field. But what makes it such a strong contender is that it has wild categories in terms of margins. You're talking 95% plus probably. So the margins that you make for the effort that you have to put in are miles apart, which is why it's one of the front runners, I guess, and falls into the category of A. It's not super saleable as a business later on, but that's a completely different kettle of fish. Now, real estate. Real estate has been around since just after the dinosaurs, I think. So everybody has been purchasing real estate, seeing growth in real estate. That is not going to stop. Appreciation of assets is something which is going to happen to every single property on the planet. So it has to be based off of its historical performance in the S tier. However, my personal feeling on it and how I feel about real estate is that I'd probably be better off putting my money elsewhere whilst this AI boom is on the horizon. The way that it normally goes is people create cash flow in businesses, they take that cash, they put it into property, it is safe, it appreciates, and then they obviously generate the profit from the appreciation. That's been the way that it's been for years and will be continuing. But if I was to take that same amount of money now and put it into what is our next category, which is micro SaaS, and build myself a micro SaaS, would I make more money? I'm going to hedge my bets and say yes, that I would. So that brings us into micro SaaS. Micro SaaS, top tier demand. Everybody's creating micro SaaS. There's guys out there making millions just using Notion and different tables and functionalities. Quick monetization, you can go to market extremely quickly. Everybody's looking for the new shiny object in the AI space. A micro SaaS. I've actually had an idea that I've put out there on YouTube previously, which was a micro SaaS for solopreneurs. Like if you think about a solopreneur who has a small business himself, and he runs his day-to-day life, but his accounting can be a headache, his meeting schedules, his logging of his notes, all of these, his emails, all of these things. If you were to create a cheap micro SaaS for that solopreneur, you would far outweigh the appreciation of real estate, which is why I put this in there. So I'm going to put micro SaaS also at an S tier alongside property. But I think that when it comes down to the AI leverage that micro SaaS has, I think micro SaaS is probably one of the best business ideas that you could possibly have right now. Jumping into the next one now, NFTs and crypto projects. NFTs and crypto projects are spammy by nature, untrusted. I actually have a family member who works in anti-money laundering for one of the biggest crypto firms in the world. So I know that crypto is the future. It is going to be integrated into our everyday lives. Buying crypto is not a bad idea. The problem is what we're talking about here is starting a crypto project. Do you want to be the next pump and dump sort of crypto? Because I don't. That's an F tier. Scammy. It's about me. It's not for me. AI automation agencies. Now, AI automation agencies are A tier and they're worth it. It's right at the front of A, almost an S. Like, an AI automation agency is the hottest demand right now. It's the fastest first dollar you could possibly make, I think, going into AI, because every business is trying to incorporate it. The risk is that AI is going to automate the automators. So right now as it stands, everyone's building N8N workflows. You see the gimmicky little AI agents and stuff. I even build them myself. It's just for entertainment. AI agents that can do all these things, manage calendars, do calculators, do all of these things. The thing is that if you look at something like Google Opal actually has a function where you just type what you want and it comes to existence. And is it behind in the race in terms of N8N and Make.com right now? Yes, it is. But every single one of these major tools are going to become automated and automated and automated. They face similar risks to what the PPC industry does. And it's an A tier, but your longevity in the game is going to depend on how you pivot. And that's why all of my content is trying to educate people like yourselves that you need to have the fundamentals of building flows nailed down, but you also need to learn how to become the architect so that you can look at any business from A to Z and understand where its bottlenecks are. The power move is going to shift from being an AI automation agency to who knows where best to implement an AI into a business. That's going to be the shift. Next, we've got YouTube channel. Me, new YouTube channel, new personal brand. Huge experience, can bring something to the table. I'm going to put this as B tier, as decent. It's not hard to learn. If you're a good speaker, it comes naturally to you. But speed to first dollar is extremely slow. Long term, communication via video, when you're talking about your presentation skills and what you deliver, it's valuable at scale. When you have an audience, you have distribution. When you have distribution, you can sell a product, whether that be a micro SaaS, whether that be anything else. That is everything that you see now. When you see the Hormozy doing his book launch, you are the audience he's distributing to. When you see Nick Sarayev running a school community or Nate Herc running a school community, they are doing it because they have distribution. That has come from their YouTube channel. That is why I have started one, and that is exactly why I place it in the B tier category. The thing is that you have to be strong, obviously, communicating, and it does take time to learn. Even myself will continue to improve over the years as it comes through YouTube. The next one, social media marketing agency. This is a tough one. I would probably put this at a low B tier, potentially high C tier. Stick it in B tier, but it's faster first dollar, tons of how-to content, great margins. You know, if you do the work properly and invest in systems and structure, then you will make a lot of money out of becoming a social media agency. But the problem is that when it comes down to social media marketing, AI faces exactly the same risks as the PPC agency. Have you noticed a common theme here? The future of AI is uncertain. And things like social media automation are things that could potentially become redundant or almost redundant and just need an architect at the top that orchestrates what content. Because there's one thing that AI can't do. AI can create amazing creative, Nano Banana, VO3, all of these things. It can create excellent creative, but can it speak to a human heart? Can it give the message to a human? It can't on its own, and that's why we're still needed. So I'm going to put that in low B tier. Let's go there. Drop shipping. I'm going to put this at D. Like, drop shipping, you could, but should you? Is it the best investment of time? Drop shipping, like, as a PPC market, I see drop shippers all the time. They come, they want to spend X amount of money on PPC. They get flagged by their GMC, their merchant center gets flagged, suspended. You have issues with that with drop shipping, your shipping times. There are people out there that have made hundreds of millions of dollars drop shipping, and we're going to say, Mike, you're a fucking idiot. But I'm telling you about businesses to start as we head into 2026, and drop shipping is not one of them. It's very slow to your first dollar. You know, you have low profits, generally speaking, possible to make money in, but not something where I would be focusing the majority of my energy. Web design agency. So when it comes to a web design agency, when you have tools like Bolt and you have tools like Lovable that are taking over, how valuable are you? You have a creative element that is necessary. So the creative side, the aesthetics and pinpointing things exactly as the user wants them, because often people are very picky when it comes to their website and their branding, naturally, in some cases. But how much of that is going to be made redundant by AI's advancements? Because we're going to go through the fastest revolution of technology that's ever happened with AI. And websites that are like God tier could be created like this 3 years from now. So I'm going to put my web design agency at a D. If I was looking at today's format, I would be putting the web design agency element. I would be categorizing that as a D. It's not something that I would be looking at. However, the argument is that, you know, people are so particular that there's always going to be the need for somebody very similar to social media marketing and PPC. So it's not a bad idea to do. D's might be a little bit harsh on it, but, you know, AI will swallow up a lot of simple work. So it's just one of those things. Affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing is A tier, right? The reason affiliate marketing is A tier is because it's quick to first dollar and very easy to learn. Being an affiliate marketer is quite easy to learn. When you talk about distribution, if you go and take a look at someone's YouTube channel now who's big, go to Nick Sarayev's YouTube channel or look at Nate Hook's YouTube channel. Have a look at their links in their descriptions. They will have links in certain videos that go to make.com, NAN, where they get kickbacks from you signing up. That is a form of affiliate marketing that you can do. There are many options and opportunities that you can go after. You can set up proper affiliate marketing structures, because that's just a basic way of generating money via affiliate like sort of schemes. When it comes down to proper generation of traffic and offers, then it's something that could be easy money inside of 2026. If you have meta skills, a budget to invest, and the right vending, then, you know, it's probably an A tier. I think I've ranked all the businesses that I wanted to rank, but a couple of other honourable mentions. SaaS is S tier. Like SaaS, I mentioned micro SaaS because that's easier for you to set up and structure. SaaS just is a given. The SaaS business model is the best business model on the planet. It doesn't matter what industry you're in, because SaaS is built once, sold to many. You don't have to keep replicating individual things, which is why I'm encouraging people to build micro SaaSes. Network marketing, scam, you know, it's a scam. There's so many legal cases, bad actors selling opportunities, not products that don't exist. Like, I wouldn't bother. But, you know, how to think about this in terms of key takeaways. Speed to revenue and speed to learn matter the most. What can you, if you are just empty and you have nothing inside of you right now and you have to pick something, then you have to find something that you can learn quickly and that you can earn quickly. So on the higher list of this category list, this tier list, that's where you should be focusing your energy. AI, PPC, social media management, micro SaaS. Those are the areas where you should focus on. Even though real estate is high on the list, you can't afford to buy a property until you've got a cash flowing business. So I won't worry about that for now, even though that's the way that the majority of wealth across the globe has probably been made. You don't need to worry about that now. I think that from my tier list here, I'm pretty confident that that's a fair summary. Let me know in the comments if you disagree. Like, subscribe. Those are the businesses that I would be starting as we head into 2026. Catch you in the next one.